The new Huawei Mate 60 Pro series is like super controversial and probably one of the most important phones of the year. No doubt about it, the new Huawei Mate 60 series, including the Mate 60 Pro and the upcoming Mate 60 Pro Plus, is making waves as one of the most controversial and significant smartphone releases of the year. The Mate 60 Pro, which was launched unexpectedly and without any prior marketing, marks the return of Huawei's self-designed silicon after a hiatus of 3 years. It's definitely a game-changer for Huawei. The reason behind the 3-year hiatus is the United States imposing sanctions on Huawei, which denied them access to advanced silicon manufacturing technology. This setback surely didn't stop Huawei from making a strong comeback with the Mate 60 Pro. The US government is super curious about how and where Huawei managed to manufacture the powerful 7nm chip that fuels the Mate 60 series. The speculation around this is intense. The Mate 60 Pro has got people worried about reigniting the US-China tech Cold War. But putting politics aside, let's talk about its performance as a smartphone. Here are our first impressions. Please, before I dive in, help me hit subscribe button. Design and hardware. The Huawei Mate 60 Pro rocks a classic, yet stylish design. It features a 6.8-inch 120Hz OLED display with curved sides and an optical fingerprint scanner. The elegant glass back houses a triple-lens camera in a circular array, and the aluminum frame holds all the usual buttons and a USB-C port. It's got all the essentials covered. There are some really cool design elements on the Mate 60 Pro. The two-tone finish on the back adds a nice touch, and those 3 holes on the front house a selfie camera and a 3D face scanner, just like the iPhones. It's all about those little details. The Mate 60 Pro packs the usual 12GB RAM and a whopping 5000 mAh battery. Plus, it's got top-notch haptic vibration motors and amazing stereo speakers. The premium construction means no rough edges or corners, and it feels super comfy in your hand. The Mate 60 Pro's camera setup is seriously impressive. It's got a 50MP main camera that can switch between f/1.4 and f/4.0 aperture. Plus, there's an ultra-wide camera and a fantastic telephoto lens that can even capture macro shots. Huawei calls it their telemacro lens. The buzzworthy feature is definitely the Kirin 9000S chip. It's built on a 7nm architecture and has a modem that hooks up to 5G networks. The chip performs admirably, though it might not be the absolute latest in silicon tech. Check out the performance section for more details. Software and features. The Mate 60 Pro runs on HarmonyOS 4, Huawei's very own mobile software. Personally, I think it still has a familiar look similar to Huawei's previous and the UI Android skin. This means that if you're an Android user, you'll feel right at home navigating the Mate 60 Pro's UI without much of a learning curve. It's all about that seamless transition. The Mate 60 Pro keeps things familiar with its swipe gesture navigation system and easy photo sharing. Adjusting display brightness is as simple as can be, just like on Android devices. It's all designed to make your user experience super smooth. The great thing about HarmonyOS is how well it works with other HarmonyOS running devices. In China, it's all about that synergy, connecting everything from smartphones to electric vehicles. It's a whole ecosystem that adds even more convenience to your tech life. Although HarmonyOS doesn't support Google apps that rely on Google mobile services like Gmail, Google Drive, and YouTube, the Mate 60 Pro can still handle the majority of Android apps with ease. You'll have no problem enjoying Facebook, X, Instagram, Spotify, and Microsoft Outlook on your new phone. It's all about striking that perfect balance. Performance. The Kirin 9000 definitely packs a punch and keeps the Mate 60 Pro running silky smooth. But compared to Apple and Qualcomm's newer chips on 5nm and 4nm architecture, the Kirin 9000S falls a couple of generations behind. It's all about staying up to date with the latest tech. When it comes to benchmark tests, the Kirin 9000 may score a bit lower compared to the powerhouse of 15 Bionic chip in the iPhone 14 Pro and the Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 chip found in many Android flagships. However, where the Kirin 9000S truly shines is in its 5G connectivity. It's all about finding that perfect balance in performance and connectivity. In speed tests that both I and industry peers conducted, the Kirin 9000 has proved itself with peak download speeds, reaching a blazing 1 Gbps. And guess what? When I tested the Mate 60 Pro on China Mobile's 5G network in Hong Kong, it even outperformed the iPhone 14 Pro Max and Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5 in terms of download speeds. It's all about that need for speed. I feel the same way about 5G 4G LTE is still super fast and gets the job done. But let me tell you, the cameras on the Mate 60 Pro are mind-blowing. They've got that wow factor that never fails to impress. The Mate 60 Pro's telemacro lens is a true game changer. Shooting at 90mm with beautiful bokeh and a close focus distance of just 10 centimeters, it's incredibly versatile. Whether capturing subjects from afar with great depth of field or getting up close for stunning macro shots, this lens sets the bar high for smartphone photography. It's like having a Swiss Army knife of cameras in your pocket. Huawei phones have always been known for their impressive cameras, and the Mate 60 Pro is no exception. The main camera brings some serious power, even though the variable aperture might not create as big of a difference as the marketing suggests. But fear not, all the other cameras are solid too, and every lens has autofocus. Huawei is definitely keeping up its strong camera game. Conclusion: the Huawei Mate 60 Pro is undeniably a well-made phone with top-notch hardware. While it's true that the silicon might be slightly behind the competition, we must consider the circumstances. The fact that it exists at all is truly an achievement. However, it's important to note that due to its inability to run core Google apps, its appeal will be limited. For now, Huawei is primarily selling the phone in mainland China. Let's hope for more advancements in the future.